Let's bring in NewsNation's Leland Vittert, chief Washington anchor and host of On Balance with Leland Vittert. Leland, good morning to you. You have lived and worked in this region. You understand it in a way that, most people don't. How significant is this news?
On the Richter scale of earthquakes, 0 to 10, this is a 7.5 or 8.0, maybe even an 8.5. It is extraordinarily significant for a few reasons. Number one, big picture, I think we need to acknowledge the world is a lot safer place with these two men no longer breathing the air here and having met their maker and gotten a form of justice that the Israelis have delivered, the United States did not. The leader of Hezbollah that was killed was also responsible for the Marine barracks bombing back in Beirut in 1983, hence the $5 million American bounty. So the Israelis delivered justice. The United States did not. I think also domestically in the United States, it's hugely significant. You heard from Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, obsessing over the ceasefire deal in Gaza. That's not because the ceasefire deal in Gaza helps the Palestinians. It doesn't, because it leaves Hamas in power. It doesn't help Israel because it leaves Hamas in power. It helps now Kamala Harris in her election bid and Joe Biden in terms of his last 6 months in office to have some kind of political victory to placate the left of the Democratic Party that wants a ceasefire. So you can see the lens that the United States, our government, is looking at this through. Same with the defense secretary's comments as well. I didn't understand what that meant in terms of trying to take the temperature down. The Middle East doesn't work like that. It works on sort of the old-fashioned sandbox rules of if you push me, I hit you. And that's what Israel has done. And they've laid down a new set of markers. And I think we can't underestimate or understate the importance and significance that Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, did this less than a week after meeting with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, who both told him to take the temperature down. And he responded by killing the number 2 in Hezbollah and the political leader of Hamas inside Iran.
What does this mean? You mentioned the ceasefire. What does this mean for a potential ceasefire deal and the release of the hostages?
The release of the hostages is a really important point. Now, if you believe that you can get a deal with Hamas, that they're going to actually release all of the hostages, and I think that if is the important modifier here, because Hamas has been known not to live up to their deals, and we don't know how many hostages they have that are still alive. But the one thing that you find with terrorists is they are willing to negotiate and they're willing to capitulate only when there is no other option. And I think what you're seeing Israel do is tell Hamas and Hezbollah and their benefactor, most importantly in Tehran, we will give you no other option. Even though the United States wants to restrain us, we are going to put you in a box and you are going to negotiate from inside that box. And the box is going to keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So in a weird way, I know that this is counter to what Antony Blinken said and obviously what the defense secretary said. In a weird way, this may make things more likely to get a deal than less likely.
Of course, there have been so many questions to Leland about this, raising the tensions quickly here because I'm running out of time. How much of this is potentially going to be a tipping point for those tensions in the Middle East?
You can write the script for it to go either way. I'm old enough to remember covering the assassination of Qasem Soleimani, the leader of the Iran Revolutionary Guard, ordered then by Donald Trump. And we sat on television the next morning saying World War III is about to break out in the Middle East because of this. And the Iranians beat their chest and launched a few rockets at an American base that they telegraphed and then went back into their mosques and talked about the great Satan America. So there wasn't that oftentimes the boldest, most aggressive moves in the Middle East are the ones that actually bring the most stability because it sets a baseline of ground rules that bad people realize bad things will happen to them personally, and therefore they back down.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.